Welcome to Make a Path Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and today let's talk Fear the Walking Dead Flight 462. I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I got that number right. I think it's 462. You guys know I gave up on this mini-series, or the webisode that they were doing. Now, I was really excited for the webisode because I missed them doing webisodes. I've really enjoyed all the webisodes in the past. Now, in the past, they were broken up better, in my opinion. It was like 3 parts and you got 5 minutes at a time. I believe that's how it was broken up. But this time they decided to break it up into like 12-second bits, play it once or twice during an episode, and then that would give you like 30 seconds worth of footage, or maybe sometimes a minute worth of footage during one episode of The Walking Dead, which doesn't make sense because I just watched all of parts 1 through 16 and it was only like a 12-minute video, or was it 13, something like that. So I don't know how it's broken down, but let me just let you guys know they did finish it. I see a lot of people not aware that they did finish it because people are telling me that they messed up and they accidentally posted a teaser for Fear the Walking Dead, and in Fear the Walking Dead you can see the chick. Her name's Charlie. She's from the Flight 462. So everyone's like, oh my god, they ruined it. Now we know she survives. Well, you know what? Let me just say this too. If you missed the last part, part 16, you can go on YouTube and find it. Just search it real quick. But if you don't care for it and you just want to know what happens really quick to break it down, the chick goes on the airplane, the kid's already on the airplane, and basically he's texting with his mother. I'm going to trim this a lot. Essentially, some guy gets up, he's sick, goes to the bathroom. He's in the bathroom for a while. They go to get him out. He falls out. He's a zombie. He bites somebody. They kill him. And then that person they bite starting to turn. Charlie kills her. And then the bullet from the gun that they shot the one guy with cracks a window. It spiderwebs and blows up. And then they get in their seats and they all prepare for a crash landing. And that's it. Part 16 actually ties it into Season 1 of Fear the Walking Dead, which this is so shitty because I love this idea now that I see it, but I hate its execution. I still despise the execution. I think it was a massive fail. In my opinion, it probably would have been better to say, you know what? Let's make this webisode and let's bring it out a couple weeks before Season 2 picks up. For the last 2 episodes of The Walking Dead, let's post Fear the Walking Dead Flight 462 and run it right into Season 2. This way you get 5 minutes posted on YouTube for episode 15 of The Walking Dead. Bong, 5 minutes. And then for episode 16, here's 5 more minutes, or 6 minutes, whatever. Or maybe do it in 3 parts. Either way, make it a few minutes at a time. And then this way, it'll lead right into Season 2, and it connects back to Season 1. And this will even be at the same time they're releasing the special edition Blu-ray and DVD. Is a few months before they release the original DVD, so it blends better. This whole 10 seconds, 30 seconds at a time crap, the execution's just rancid. But I do really like what they did with 16 because even though I've seen a lot of people who are pissed, and this is a big reason why I didn't like it, because if you're going to make people wait 10 seconds at a time for 16 weeks, because they're only doing them a little bit each episode of The Walking Dead. So if you're doing them over 16 weeks because The Walking Dead takes a break, if you're going to make them wait, the ending, the very last part, has to have some killer shit to it. It needs to be worth the wait. And it wasn't. It's cool, it's neat, but it's not worth, an 18, 19, 20 week wait, maybe longer than that. It's not worth it because the very end, part 16, is literally just shit flying all around the airplane and they're hooked up to the air things because the window popped. And then it flashes to Nick in Season 1 walking out. Remember when I said that plane that was tilting is most likely from Flight 462? Well, they connect it. They cut it with Season 1 of Fear the Walking Dead with Nick watching the plane as it's in the sky kind of coming for a crash landing. And then we see inside the plane Charlie and the boy as they're crash landing. But they don't show. That's it. That's how they end it. They only show it cut together. At first, I thought it was so weak. It was a clever idea, but it was such a weak ending. I was convinced a fan made this and sliced it together. It appears it's definitely official, but one hell of a weak way to end it, even though I think it is just absolutely neat. If I was in the writer's room as they were discussing that, I would have been all aboard. However, I would have fought all the way doing piece by piece because it's not that big of a cliffhanger to, make people wait that long. It's just not. So I've seen a lot of comments where people are just dogging it. However, so that is cool. You get to see this. One thing I don't get, though, and I do need to go back and look, maybe you guys can sound off in the comments how this pieces together, but the stuff that's happening in Fear the Walking Dead Season 1, wasn't that like when the army just got there? So wasn't that already a week into the apocalypse? Here's my problem, okay? They show the teaser of Fear the Walking Dead Season 2, and it has Charlie, it has these walkers here on the beach, and it's got all this luggage and everything like that. So yes, this does make it look like this is the plane crash. Even the chick, Charlie, who was on the plane, she's in the same clothes. Some of the walkers look fresh, a couple look kind of nasty, but for the most part they do look fresh. So it makes it look like the plane just crashed, but she's with our survivors. So if the plane left just as shit was falling apart, because you see the people on the plane, they didn't really, not everyone knew what was going on. They weren't, it was like this was the very beginning of the outbreak. So they're in the air, right? And then they crash, and then all that time has to pass before she meets our frickin' survivors. You know what I'm saying? Because the timeline is giving me a headache now. It doesn't make any sense. I'm missing something here because the apocalypse is happening, the plane leaves. The shit on the plane happens only within a few hours. The plane crashes from takeoff only a few hours, let's say overnight maybe. Well, in The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead Season 1, the shit happens with the family over the course of 12 days, 13 days. If this is before they set up the base, that means the plane crashes and the chick is there on the beach, shipwrecked with this crashed plane for 9 days until she meets up with our survivors. See how messed up that is? So I am clearly missing something here because there's a huge problem with the timeline. It looks like our survivors go to an area where the plane crashed, and it looks like the walkers that are attacking them, putting them between the cliff and the walkers where they have to fight back and all this. Everything here that's happening on the beach, we even see Nick covered in blood doing the whole guts trick is what it looks like. This is all happening from the Flight 462 characters. We might even see that boy dead, and I think that's probably something big that they would do for the character development for the girl, if we see that kid dead and she has to put him down as a walker. So I think that's set up perfectly to play out like that. Give me your thoughts and opinions. What do you think about it? And do you think the Flight 462 are all the walkers that we see on the beach there? And obviously Charlie's a survivor. Do you think the kid survived as well? One thing I want to know personally, if you could please put this down in the comment box, your opinions on this. What do you think of Fear Flight 462, Fear the Walking Dead Flight 462? Your honest opinions about it, because I am so damn convinced that this was just a horrible execution. I like the idea. I like the story. If you like the story and you like how it played out, and if you like how they connected it to Season 1 and Season 2, which I give them props on. I like the story. I like it. But if you don't like the execution, let me know. Because, again, I'm convinced the execution is just downright horrible. One of the worst ideas they've had so far at AMC. Thoughts and opinions down in that comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn.
Subscribe now.